party, come on, move around like the first rush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down. Enjoy the ride, cancel pillows in the Chevy. Just like a darling, low hitting heavy. Take your time, let me know when you're ready. Couple months I've been messing with this steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the afterglow. Oh, girl, your love for me keeps calling me, so I'm calling you. Love, give me like the fire. I long for your company. Oh, girl, your love for me is a part of me, my biology. Yeah,
All right, what's up, guys? We are back with the SKYCAST, and I'm really excited to be back here with season 2. We had some adjustments going along through this 1 month break, but all in all, guys, I'm going to be introducing one of my close friends. His name is Connor Anderson. I have been through hell and back with this guy. We've competed through countless games, countless titles, and we've grown to be literally, he's my best friend. And all in all, I'm really happy to have him on the show. I'm really excited to get this Heat Check Gaming segment going. I'm wearing my Fire Sticks gear. You see, like I'm flexed out right now, Connor. Like I'm feeling really good about this.
Well, Bobby, I can see you're flexed up, and I'm trying to wear some red, so don't nick me for that. I'll get some merch here eventually. But thank you so much for the kind introduction. My name is Connor Anderson. I go by the gamertag or alias of X-Raid. I've been in this Call of Duty / gaming scene for the past 10 years. I'm really looking forward to doing the SKYCAST Season 2 with Heat Check Gaming down in South Beach, one of my favorite places to vacation to, talking about the Heat Check Gaming organization for 2K League. So after this break, we're going to be talking about a couple things, but let's talk about the most important part. And it's taking an 0-4 start to an even 8-8, the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, and how they, the Heat Check Gaming Club, can make it to the Eastern Conference playoffs. See you after the break.
Welcome back, guys, and we're gonna get right into the business. Like, we want to know how this Heat Check team was able to turn around, and I can tell you there's one vital key ingredient to that. And the key ingredient, I feel like, Connor, that made this Heat Check Gaming team just explode at the course of the season was Sav. That trade pick that Famous put together to get Sav over from the Lakers Gaming at the start of the season, you can already see like the what he's already able to do for the team. Not only is he leading, like, second in the league off an assist with 12.2, but he's also able to like facilitate and score at will, being top 5 off in scoring at the moment. Like, I'm just shocked on how well he's being able to do and in the transitions he's being able to do. Like he's coming from an entire different, he's coming from coast to coast, like, you know what I mean? Like that adjustment alone, man, it's like, and then they have, if you haven't checked out Heat Check Twitter at all, they have a travel guide of Sav traveling all the way from home in Canada, all the way down to Florida. So I'm just like, the commitment that he had to do and then having to travel basically that distance and then being able to show up the way he has, man, it's spectacular.
Absolutely. And on top of Sav being one of the best players in the league by far, with second currently in 12.2 assists and averaging 27.7 points per game, top 5, like in a trade, that's a win-win for them, for the Heat Check Gaming, in my personal opinion. But let's talk about someone who I think brings the fire and the energy, and that's Hotshot, your team captain, the leader, the vocal leader, and in terms of Call of Duty, the IGL, your in-game leader. Man's averaging just over 22 points per game on 69% field goal percentage is pretty darn good, you ask me, with 75% free throw percentage. The captain's almost the most important person in the entire team, as they're the ones who lead, and they talk, and they make sure everyone's always in sync. So on top of not only having a great player that can pass the ball, now you have your leading scorer. So now we have Sav and Hotshot, two of the best players on this entire team, and clearly, with these two players, there's something special.
Yeah, like the duoship that they have it's unreal. And don't discredit. Like, I'm not discrediting anything that the other players on this Heat Check Gaming roster have to have. Like, you have to think about Deeds and then Gunner, and you have to think about how Shifty has been playing and their roles and their keys to being able to help this run. But like, I feel like the biggest pinnacle was when we was able to sign Killy. When we was able to pick up Killy in that early season signing. I feel like that adjustment, the first 4 games he's played, he's already averaged 21.3 points a game. And he has showcased, even he was nominated this month for Player of the Month. Even though he didn't win, Dave Fry was able to take it from Washington. But for him to be able to come into a franchise foreign to him and being able to help develop a winning culture again, because it seemed like we lost it at the first beginning. Like, if you see how we started off really hot in the tip-off tournament, and then you come in, no one for a start on the week 1. That doesn't please anyone, not the fans, no one. Like, we're wondering what's going on because we started 3-1 and go off in the regular season and we're down. So, but like, I feel like the biggest adjustments that we was able to make was how well Sav was able to distribute the ball. Like, you feel like you see the 12.2 assists, that's second in the league. You're thinking about, like, the only other person who's better than him when it comes to distributing the ball is Chalk from Brooklyn. Like, in Chalk, he by far the one, he knows what he's doing when it comes down to distributing the ball and helping his team facilitate. But with the way Sav is being able to come in and being able to get not only Gooner involved, Shifty involved, Hotshot involved, Killy involved, and then still being able to get his own points, being top 5. Like, that's just, I really see that if with this momentum going, Connor, I feel like we can really have a playoff start, a very good one. Like, you're seeing, like, we're climbing.
Absolutely. Hey, South Beach is known for winning championships, and I think everybody should know that down there. 2K League, you better watch out, because this Miami Heat Check Gaming squad's about to come at you with the full force. They have some really solid players and a really solid coach, and I would not be shocked if you see them slip to that 4th or 5th seed and make Washington and Toronto have a little bit of run for their money.
Yeah, like you have to think about it with this Heat Check Gaming roster. They still have a key person who made them have that run in season 1, because you have to think about it. We was in the finals of season 1. So with us already having that culture of knowing how to get there, we just need to be able to capitalize and finish. Hotshot was on that team, first draft pick, first franchise draft pick, and he's still around. And with him being that, the more time he has with this Heat Check Gaming team, the better they're getting. They're more consistent. He's playing. He's not falling off. So that veteran leadership, as you mentioned before with Hotshot, I want to highlight, because it takes like grit to put together the team, and then being able to collab with other players, being able to get the right draft picks and making sure everyone collab. Like, you understand it like I do when it comes from a COD standpoint. chemistry is everything. So with these guys having to come together off in a team house and instantly have to make results and get to the postseason, for us it was a lot easier. We didn't have to worry about it because our land events was 3 months stretch. But these guys, as soon as they're drafted, they're expected to make results and get their team to a championship.
Absolutely. I think team camaraderie is something that over the last, this is probably since competing was even beginning a thing. Yeah, and just not just the 2K League, this is Call of Duty, League of Legends. It takes a team to win. There's no I. And when big players step up in big moments, that's what's noticed. And if this Heat Check Gaming roster wants to make it big and they want to make it to the finals again, everyone's got to contribute no matter what role, no matter what position you're in, no matter what you do. I think they can do it, Bobby. And after the end of this break, we're going to talk about the playoff picture for the Miami Heat Check Gaming Squad. So stay tuned and yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're following everyone on all their social medias. And then we'll see you in a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back to season 2 of the SKYCAST. We are now talking about the playoff run. Everyone loves the playoffs. The NBA playoffs is going on right now. It's a lot of heated rivalries. They're starting to get really hot and spicy. You better be watching on TV. So let me ask you this question, Bobby. In terms of a playoff run, what do the Miami Heat Check Gaming organization have to do in order to make it to the playoffs? And let's take it one step further, but how do they win a championship this year?
How they won a championship this year. I feel like the biggest thing that they need to do as a team, they need to be able to remain composed out on the stretch. Throughout the few games, we've ended up losing a lot of the times because I feel like the guys, was a little slow at start. They had slow starts and then they wasn't able to regain down the course of the 4 quarters. And then I feel like just being composed at the start and being able to run through all cylinders. So that's one key thing. But I feel like the major thing that they need to continue doing is keep getting Killian involved. Because the way he's performing, if he continues to perform like that coming from the shooting guard position, I feel like that's going to be vital because they need the entire team to be involved. You know what I mean? Hilly has been performing very well. Then Sav has that second option now, so he's now able to be able to give Killy be that secondary ball handler. He has Hot Shot being able to get some action down in the paint. They have so many key things, and then you have Shifty popping off with constant corner threes, and then you have Deeds, and you have so many solid players, individual solid players on this roster. I feel like they can get there. They just need the chemistry. And I feel like if they can get the chemistry by postseason. And then we have plenty of games to do so, but I feel like that's what this Heat Check Gaming team needs at this moment. They have the components to win a championship. They have the components to win the championship. They need the chemistry. They're a young team. They have the veteran leadership in Hot Shot, which I feel like Hot Shot, I'm thinking if Hot Shot has the opportunity to get these guys in shape by postseason, they're a threat. Because Hot Shot's been there. He's made his run. He's been there. So if he can be able to give that veteran leadership to these younger guys, and then they can be able to make that postseason run, that going to differ because I think all the components is there. We just need to get those gears turned.
Oh, absolutely. I think one thing that many postseason teams in real life and in 2K you can find out is good defense, transition points, and shooting clutch shots when it comes down to it. Who can you put the ball in someone's hands and they make it? So let me ask you a follow-up question, and we will conclude this version of the SKYCAST brought to you by Agent Inc. So, Bobby, what player do you want to see that may not be so highly thought of, or maybe needs a little bit more spotlight on this Heat Check Gaming squad that you think can come alive and make a name for himself throughout these playoffs?
Shifty.
Awesome.
Have you seen how his performance was? Like, check his performance in the tip-off tournament example. His performance in the tip-off tournament, he completely took over. And I feel like Shifty is a huge component. Deeds, if he gets hot, yes, solid defense. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's really, I feel like those two, when they're hot, they're hot. You know, so honestly, with how everything is going and turning out, it's only, like I said, we need those gears turning. When those gears start turning, we get the chemistry that we need. We just need to be able to, I feel like we need to stay composed, because we're a young team. We're a very young team. And that can be the difference maker of winning a championship, because you have like teams like T-Wolves, where they have Bear the Beast, who's known for getting in the postseason and, you know, being able to win. You know, like after his season 2 performance, and then you have, you know, teams that completely went undefeated, like the Raptors, who are 2-12 right now, but they're still an opportunity because they have the play-in tournament and things like that. You know, like there's still opportunities for these teams to be able to come back. There's plenty of games left, and as long as we continue to play consistent, I would say our best thing is to be able to secure this playoff seed. You know, we need to secure the playoffs, because we're not, like, just because we're sitting 7th right now, we have 2 teams that are only 2 games behind us. You know what I mean? Like, if you check the charts right now, but like Knicks Gaming is on 8th, and then you have Gen G at 9th, and they're tied with each other 6 and 8. We're only 8 and 8. So if we make any type of mistake, we can falter to having to play into the postseason. So our biggest goal right now is to stay consistent, get to the postseason, then think about the postseason. Don't think about, oh, we're winning. Think about, we need to get to the postseason first, because the job is not finished. We're doing good right now, but like the great Kobe Bryant says, job's not finished. We're halfway there. We're not even in the postseason, so we can't even think about the postseason. Can't think about the championship run yet. We need to think about first securing a postseason run, because last season we wasn't able to get it off. If you've seen our record, we wasn't the best team. But this season we need to think about getting into the postseason, and then once in the postseason, that's when the thoughts come. Because we've been out of the postseason and in that run since season 1. We haven't had a solid run since season 1. So, like, we need to make sure we need to get back in that mindset, and it's in the culture. Like you said, Miami has that championship culture, so it's in the blood. We'll get it.
One game at a time, Heat Check fans. One game at a time. This team's going to come up clutch. I know they'll make the playoffs. Let's see how these guys perform the next several weeks as we go across, secure that playoff seeding, and make a little bit of a run. We always like a Cinderella story. So let's make this young, fiery, and energetic squad ready to go. Thank you guys so much for helping join us, part of the SKYCAST. Sorry, things happen. SKYCAST, 2nd season. I'm super blessed to be joined by my friend Bobby Robinson, who I've known for a very long time. We have more episodes coming out, so please retweet, follow, subscribe, follow all of us. If you want any more information on how to get onto the SKYCAST, please let us know, and have a great rest of your weekend, guys.